Borderline personality disorder. I dodged a bullet today. A big one. A big, giant, juicy bullet of dodging I did. Strap in, boys and girls. This one's gonna probably be a long one. Maybe it's people creeping outside. Maybe it's the boogeyman. That would have been last month, though. In this video, I'd like to discuss aging, getting older, and realizing you're older. Realizing there are some things you just can't do anymore. It's not so much because you're older that you can't do these things. It's more that because you are older, you refuse to do these things. I almost went and got myself a job in fast food, kind of. The job that I do currently have, my resetting job, always shuts down during the holidays. For some reason, they don't like us going into stores and completely dismantling their shelves during the busy holiday shopping season. And therefore, I am currently out of work, which is great in theory. It's not so great when my income relies on this job that I don't particularly like, but it does pay the bills, so I'll give it that much. Well, kind of pays the bills. Right now, not so much. Except for all of you that help out over on Patreon, which I do want to thank all of you just personally right here. Patreon has been doing a lot better. I'm still not going over there and doing the videos like I should, but I plan on doing that. But I sincerely thank all of the new patrons and all the patrons that have been there from the beginning, and all the new patrons that are going to go and sign up right after watching this video, or even right now for that matter, by hitting the link in the description below. Now, getting back to our regularly scheduled program already in progress. So I, MrBPD, yes, MrBPD himself, I got a write-up the other day. I signed said write-up, but I did not read the write-up. I did not care what it had to say. I let that known to everybody. I don't give a shit what it says. I'll sign it, but then I don't care about it anymore. They refused to let me leave without taking a copy of it. And I still have it, and I still have yet to read it. I still have no idea what I got written up for. Maybe I should read that now, and we can find out together. Wouldn't that be nice? Probably not, but we're going to do it anyway. So I got this write-up the other day, and I wanted to quit right then and there. I wanted to tell them to take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Here we go. Here's the write-up. Very official looking. Doesn't it look really official? It does, doesn't it? I'm trying not to let you actually be able to read it, but I wanted to show you how official it looked. But you can just go back, pause it, zoom, and you can read it. Hopefully it doesn't have any information on there. I don't want everybody to know. Like, it probably does. It probably got my social security, 5118270. Corrective action form. So it's not even a write-up. It's a correction action form. This document is to be used exclusively for writing warnings. So I guess it's a warning and nothing else. Okay. Date November 14th, 2022. Associate name MrBPD. Yes, they do refer to me as MrBPD there. That's probably bullshit, but they could. And it's got my employee number. It's got program FM Compass. That's apparently who I work with. The subject is behavioral conduct. Can you believe that I got written up for a behavioral issue? Of all things? Behavioral. Not me. Not MrBPD. No way would I get written up for something behavioral. So what horrible thing did I do? Supervisor received a call from grocery manager to discuss issue with several sets. On Friday, 11/11/22. C-121 was not completed. Carts of discontinued and NIS product were left without communication with management. C-091 dog food set not completed to standards. For that first one, the C-121 discontinued products and not informing management. But that day, that particular day, there was no management to be found. There was something going on with management, but no one was talking. I almost wonder if somebody got fired. There's been whispers and rumors, but I definitely know that the main grocery manager has not been seen since that day. And it's been chaos. They've had no management. Well, they do now, but for a couple days they had nobody running the grocery side. It was suspicious. Now this next one's pretty fucking stupid. C091, dog food set not complete. Alright, these I already used my one R word. R word? I already used my one F-bomb. Alright, and these people are pissed off at me because when I did my reset, I have to take everything off the shelf that does not belong on the shelf. It's part of the job. Well, they don't have the product for their shelf. They don't have dog food for some reason. They're not getting it in. I don't know. It's a supply chain. It's not my problem. For some reason, they don't have dog food. So what they're doing is they're taking the little bit of dog food they do have and they're spreading it out through the whole section, which is 16 bays. That's a lot of bays. It's a big section. It's a dog food section at a Fred Meyer or a Kroger or whatever you want to call them. Emptied most of their shelves, and I put a lot of their product in the back on a pallet to be stored because it didn't belong on the shelf. That pisses them off because they want their shelves to look full, and now they got to go and they got to put all that product back on the shelf because that's what they're going to do. They're not going to leave it in the back room. It's my job to put it back there. I missed one shelf. One shelf. I left their product on there where it didn't go, and that's what they got me for because they were pissed off that they had to go redo their shit. So fuck them. Really, fuck them. So that was my motivation to get another job because I was really close to quitting this one. I don't like the job. And if you're going to come at me with stupid shit, I'll just quit. I don't give a fuck about your job or your dog food or your cigarette or your management or any type of thing that you would think that a normal person would give a shit. I don't give a fuck about any of it. Obviously, I'm lying because I seem like I'm giving a big fuck right now, but I don't. I'm just angry at the situation. But if you don't give a fuck, you wouldn't be angry at the situation. Well, fuck you. We're starting to have some fun now. Aren't we? I think we are. Let's keep the fun bus running. All the way to Funtown. This led to today in the Dodged Bullet. I'm really good at getting jobs really fast if I want to, because I will take any job. I don't care. I'll work anything. There's nothing that's too degrading, because it's all degrading. I was under the belief. The day after my write-up, I get a call for an interview of a job that I know that I can get. Also, it will work perfectly, so I can still do the job I already have. I don't have to quit. Plus, I could do this other job full-time. I could have 2 jobs. I would make way more money because I'll have 2 checks coming in. Sounded like a great idea until about 30 minutes before the interview, and I really started to think about my decision. The first mistake I made is I did research on the company to prep for my interview. I shouldn't have done that. Because once I started looking into the company, I realized that it's everything that I can't stand about corporations and companies. This place happens to be one of the #1 fast food chains in the United States. They claim to be eat fresh, right? That's their thing, is to eat fresh. Yet that's a lie, because their products are, unless it's fresh from the freezer, eat fresh from the because I know for a fact, just doing my research on this place, that even their fresh vegetables and stuff are pre-cut and pre-shipped and frozen and sent in, and you warm them up or de-thaw them or something, so that ain't fresh. Yet they pride themselves on, it's this fake bullshit that jobs do, that the corporations especially do. You don't get this so much from you don't have very many mom and pop shops anymore, but this like the company pretends like it gives a shit about you and doesn't just want your fucking money. And that pisses me off so bad. Just tell me the truth. Just tell me that you're going to give me the shittiest quality product that you can for the most expensive price. And there's nothing I can do about it. Fine, I accept that. But don't pretend like you give a shit about me and my values. Don't even get values involved, because you motherfuckers have 0 values. It's like the most horrible, rotten people in the entire world are trying to, like, relate to our sensibilities. Shut up. You don't care.
This is Maddie.
I hate that shit. I didn't want to have to sit across the table from someone that was probably going to be younger than me, by the way. Remember, I did say this is about age and getting too old for certain things. I am too old to work a fast food job that considers itself to be some imaginary thing, that it's not fast food, that it's serving people freshness when everything's frozen, and that they're not making sandwiches, but they're artists with no creativity. You're an artist, but you have to follow the formula.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
But no, they're going to use artists when there's no creativity and there's no art form involved in what they're doing because they have to follow a formula.
A very simple formula.
Anybody that knows what a BMT is, just go ahead and put it down in the comment section down below. That should get the conversation going. I refuse to say it. I refuse to go in and sit across from somebody that was going to be younger than me and then have to say it to them. And I'm going to refuse to actually say it to all of you as well, because it is so astronomically stupid that it would cause me to lose IQ points in just doing so. Therefore, I'm not going to. I'm not going to play that game. It's a sandwich, I can tell you that much. It's a food item. It's something they serve or distribute. It's one of their pieces of artwork that they distribute. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized I could not take this job. I would hate myself if I did. And I really wanted the money, because I really want money. I really, really want money. In case nobody has figured that out yet. I have found that one of the things I'm really good at is spending money. I'm good at it. And I need more of it so that I can spend more money so I can get better at it. And the only thing I could think of that would guarantee me money was a secondary job, which, I mean, I might still do a secondary job, but it can't be something like fast food. It can't be a fast food. I can't go work at McDonald's or Burger King or Subland, any of those. I can't do that. I realize that today. I'm too damn old for it. I have too much respect for myself, which isn't much, but it's enough to not go do that. And if there's anybody that's working fast food that happens to be, my age, I'm not, some people can do it. I can't. And it's not that I look down on fast food work. I don't. I think it's one of the hardest jobs there is. That's why I don't want to do it at my age. It's too much work. I don't have the temperament. I mean, I used to have a bad temper when I was younger, and my temper has changed. Like, I can't put up with fast food bullshit, though. I'll lose it. I'll freak out. I need to just double down on doing this. Lately, I've been trying to do the working thing, and it's just not working. So I need to get back to what I was originally doing and make this work, because this is where I'm needed. All of you out there need to hear these things so that you don't end up going down the same twisted road and find yourself working as an artist somewhere. An artist that can do no art. The saddest of all artists is the sandwich artist. Is there anything that any of you have found that you are just too old to be willing to do? These aren't things that you're too old to do. No, these are just things that you've gotten to an age where you just refuse to do them. Like me, refusing to become a sandwich artist. Let's talk about it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe, ring-a-ding-ding the bell, all that stuff. Check out Patreon, leave a tip, all the good stuff. Until next time, keep on keeping on.